So, welcome back. Most students find vocabulary a challenge, and there are many students who come and tell me, sir, we want to improve vocabulary. So, this lecture is basically devised to help you improve your vocabulary. But why is English such a difficult language? Why do many students find vocabulary a challenge when they write competitive exams? Basically, English language, we have 26 letters, out of which 5 are vowels, and we have 21 consonants. The 5 vowels are A, E, I, O and U. Combination of these letters, the vowels and consonants together, they make a word. But then what happens is, these 5 vowels, they have 21 sounds, and these 21 consonants have 24 sounds. So, totally in English we have 45 sounds. So, technically speaking, English should have had 45 letters, but we use only 26 letters and make various words. Now, in English language, it is not a letter based language, it is a sound based language, and that makes it difficult. So, we have devised a strategy where you can use a little root words to get a better meaning of a word. Let me illustrate this to you. For example, in English language, we have something called as prefix, then you have root, and then you have suffix. Prefix is added before the word to make it opposite in meaning, generally, not all the time. For example, you have the word happy, unhappy, satisfied, dissatisfied. So, whenever you add a prefix, it generally becomes opposite. Suffix is added after the word to make it a quality noun. For example, happy, happiness, kind, kindness. Or you can add ly to convert an adjective into an adverb. For example, you have the word, let's say, soft, softly. So, it becomes an adjective is converted into an adverb. But then what is this root word? Root word is a syllable. Now, in English language, we have something called as syllable, syllable. Syllable is a complete or short sound in a word. Now, what do I mean by that? For example, if you take this word I, this is one sound, it is a complete sound. This is one syllable. Or if I take another word, let us say association, association. Now, it is not one word, there are number of words, number of sound. For example, association. Now, each sound is a syllable. Now, how does understanding this concept of syllable help us to improve our vocabulary? In English language, what happens here is syllables, it develops our vocabulary. For example, let us take one syllable, and this syllable as an example is spect, S-P-E-C-T. It is one sound with one vowel in it, spect. Think of all the words that you can remember that has spect in it, either in the middle, in the beginning or at the end. Let us start off. For example, suspect, aspect, respect, circumspect, prospective, prospectus, spectacle, then you have introspect, retrospect. So, we have some words here, and the common word here is spect. Let us add some more word, respect, respect, inspect, inspector, then you have perspective. So, quite a number of words. Now, if somebody tells you that all these words, probably you have used it, but if somebody tells you all these words have similar meaning, it may be difficult for us to agree because we use it in various contexts. But let me prove to you that all these words more or less have the same raw meaning. For example, the word spect, it means to see. Now, this word suspect, it means, just to give you an example, there is a murder and I think he is the suspect. So, I view him, in other words, I see him as the culprit. So, it is connected to the word to see. Aspect in English language, is singular. So, aspect is a singular point of view and here the word is view. View means to see. Circumspect comes from the root word circum and spect. Circum means to look around. So, circumspect is a person who is very cautious, who looks around before making a choice. In English language, pro as a root word means forward. So, prospective is to look forward. To look forward is to see forward. For example, when you go to colleges, they give you a prospectus. Now, why do they give you a prospectus? Because you can see what the college offers you even before you join, because they see you as a prospective student. Spectacles, we use spectacles to view, to see clearly. So, spectacle is to see. But in English language, we also use the word spectacle. It was a great spectacle. What does it mean? It means it was something great to watch. Or you look at this word introspect and compare that with retrospect. In is inside and re is again. Introspect is to look within. Probably I wrote an exam and I have not done very well. So, I sit in a corner and think for myself, what have I done and what went wrong? You are introspecting. Retrospect is a group of people who sit together and look at their past decisions. The right things they did, the wrong things they did, that is called as retrospection. Probably you must have heard about retro music, classical music. And these are not the latest music, but music that was made in the past. So, retrospect is to look into the past. Now, we have the word respect. I ask many students, why do you respect your parents? And they are flummoxed because we say we respect our parents, but we don't know why. The word respect is divided into two words, re, as I told you here is again, spect is to see. We look up to our parents, we look up to them again and again. The moment we look down on them, we have lost respect for them. So, respect is to look up, look again and again. Inspect, as I told you, in is inside, to look in detail is inspect. And in English language, OR is generally connected to the people who do the action, the doer. For example, you have conductor, you have actor, dictator. So, all this OR is the person who do it. So, inspector is the person who inspects. Perspective, the root word per means each, spect is to see, perspective is each person's point of view. So, what have we done? We have taken one root and seen that it can be used in multiple ways, but they all carry the same meaning. For example, spect means to see. Like that, in English language, you have roots, a combination of roots, and if you Google it, there are only 449 roots. If you learn these 449 roots, it means probably that you have understood or you have a rich vocabulary that you can use over a period of time. But how do we understand these roots, or how do we understand the syllable? One simple method to understand is, whenever the syllable changes, your tongue moves. For example, if I say the word I, the tongue moves only once. But if I say association, your tongue keeps moving. So, what you have to identify is the movement of your tongue. The moment your tongue moves, the syllable has changed. Probably you may not understand one root, maybe another connected root. You will be able to gauge at least not the complete meaning, but the nearest meaning. So, I am sure you will be able to practice this and this practice will help you to develop your vocabulary. Next time, another tip. See you.